Hello, dear friends. Today we're gathered together in the Coordination Center of ALLATRA International Public Movement with a huge team, and we're being watched by a lot of people from different countries, and somebody's coming back home, and they're watching us as well, and we're glad to greet you here. And this meeting is about the ALLATRA News project, and ALLATRA News is about every one of us, everyone who acts, everyone who participates. This is ALLATRA News. These are the people who participate in the project at their free time, who organizes the technical support and everything that is connected with it. And today we would like to share our experience, our ideas of our participants from different countries. And I would like to pass the floor to Svetlana from Belarus. Thank you very much, Julia. Yes, I would like to add that ALLATRA News is an international project, and every one of us is a part of this project. And ALLATRA News is not just some news project on ALLATRA TV. This is a huge work because there are so many people that participate in the projects, in the reports and stuff. And I would like to share my experience that ALLATRA News has been made as good news, and this was the first project for me that I joined, and it was very interesting for me to take part in every tiny little step of this project, to be reporter, to do the editing, to write the script, and any action that every one of us does. He already kind of acts in this project, and the actions of every person is very important. And today, guys will share their experience from different countries, different cities, and about the interaction, about cooperation, about like little episodes or one huge episode. Very often we have interaction of people from different countries. For example, one person does the editing in one country, and right now everyone will share their experience, and the first step would be a lot of guys, a lot of participants start actually from attending different events. And for example, girls from United States of America, Olga, will share their experience with about communication with organizers of the event. Hello, dear friends. We would like to share our experience. First of all, we went to the events just like people, just like participants, and communicated with people. And first of all, we were a bit nervous because we had to get prepared and go to the event, and we were nervous because our English was not very good or something like that. And then we decided to do that. We decided to act, and we decided to go. And I said to Olga that you will be my support. And there was some person that was very respectable, and I was very worried. And then I just stopped and, made a pause and said, he's just a regular person like me. And then I started doing the reports. The first words that I wrote was, I wrote the first words, and I was very nervous. I asked one of my friends to read it, if it was correct. And then we sent this message to the organizers, and we received an answer that yes, sure, why not come to the event. And then when we came, I saw the lady, and I had the thoughts in my head that they don't want us there. But then I came to her, and she said, yeah, sure, we're glad to meet you here. So we know that we have news in the world, but they're kind of sad, right? And on ALLATRA TV, we have really good news. We show the news that unite people, that give new knowledge to people, and we actually show the events that are for people and about people. And I would like to say to you guys that please do not be afraid. Just make the first step. And yes, guys, just actions are needed. So please take an action. My name is Olga too, and I'm from the Michigan State. And as of our experience, sometimes we don't know what we do, but we do it because we will not gain such an experience that we are sharing currently with you. Because if we decide not to go there, then we would not to do that. Then it would just stop everything, all the connections, the invisible connections that open a lot of stuff. And when you communicate with people, you understand how it works, how it interacts, and how to keep in touch with the people that you communicated with, and how to, just stay in touch with them. And people understand that, for example, they know somebody, and then this person knows other person, and all this just rolls into one big thing. Everything opens new, you just have to do it. Everyone is missing such a really good content, and everyone is missing, good information that we're not being showed, but it exists. And we have such a possibility to show people, to show the live information and share it with people. Thank you very much. So I have a Butterhan near me, and he would like to share how they get acquainted with people in their country and how they participate in ALLATRA news. Thank you very much. Yes, as Svetlana just said, my name is Butterhan, and I'm from Kazakhstan, the city Almaty, and I would like to note that I participated in ALLATRA news before it was called Good News, and I noticed that during that period of time, the project has been really improved, and a lot of people join the project and actively participate in it. And I would like to share my experience that I participated in the project, what actually obstacles I got during the participation. For example, you do the video editing or video shooting, video filming, or writing some fractions, and your consciousness just wipes it out, and it says like, yeah, everybody can do it, and even though just to write some comments or do the video shooting or do the video editing. But to tell the truth, it is a very important process that everybody has to do. And these comments, for example, if we would not have them, the episode and the project. Yes, in regards to the comments. So if there would be no comments and the episode will be published, and like you have to watch the episode, maybe someone who did the video editing didn't notice something, or maybe like you have to cut something out, or maybe add something. If we wouldn't have that, the episodes would not be published simply, or would be just not really like ready and done, just like we have right now on ALLATRA news. And that's what I wanted to share, actually. And also, I would like to say that if there are people who are afraid or are in doubts to actually join ALLATRA news project, please join us. Write to us if you have any questions. Write to us in chat, and just kind of connect with us. We will always help you. So let's create together, and thank you very much.
Замечательно. На самом деле,
Thank you so much. It's wonderful, and many people have
сюжеты, в
mentioned
принципе, они делаются вообще одним
before
целиком, да, и вот этот
that
момент
they're not
рассматривания
made
вместе,
by one
совместного
person, and
рассматривания
like the
решения
watch
сюжетика,
through
это
and the
очень
common
важный
watch
действительно
through
момент, потому что на самом деле
cuts of the video. It's
принцип
really
результата,
important
он
because the
происходит из
end
результата того,
result
что мы вместе
is
делаем
is
его
the result of our common
лучше нашей
effort of
командой.
us doing
И,
that better
ну, вообще у нас
and
тут
for the
разные
better
страны
of their
присутствуют.
team.
И на самом деле
We
микрофон
have
здесь
many
не
countries
делает
here,
сейчас,
and
а
the
вот если
mic
у
is
кого-то
not,
есть
you don't have to give it back
потребность
to me,
слово
or if
сказать, то вы
somebody else
можете
has like the
обращаться
need
как бы
to
в
voice
микрофон,
something
поэтому
out,
микрофон к вам
then you
теперь
can just raise a hand and you
Чеславу.
can
Роман,
get
передаем
the
тебе.
mic. Or now that I give the word to Roman from Moldova, thanks and gratitude. I'm so happy to be here, and you can feel such a joyful team of ALLATRA TV. You've shared about the social surveys and events and everything, and when you go out and like you feel like you made like a video of a social survey and you did the video editing of that, but when you do so one, but then watch a news being launched and you know that international team has worked on that and so many people have told their experience and given their understandings, and you have such an internal happiness that you understand that I'm a part of something that big and wonderful is ALLATRA News. And this is so wonderful for your patience, for your work, and for your all efforts
Конечно,
that you've
за
added
наше терпение.
for
И
our
еще у нас есть
patience, not
тоже такой очень классный опыт ребят из
but
Канады. Они
also
здесь
like to
присутствуют.
give
Это
the experience of
Елена
people
и
from
Андрей.
Canada.
Они
They're
сейчас
here, which
поделятся,
is Helena and
расскажут о
Andre.
том, как уже
They
в
will
течение
add
года
and tell you
на
a
их на
story
каналах
for how for a long time on their
демонстрируют себя. И сейчас
channels.
сами все расскажут.
They
Я хочу
demonstrate
поделиться опытом,
few
как,
things. So I just like to say
какие у нас в
a few
канале
things
происходят
about the
проекты.
experience I had, that what kind
И
of projects we have
не
in
только в
Canada.
Канаде, но
Not
совместные
only in
проекты,
Canada, but
которые
also like joint projects
получили
that
реализацию в Канаде, скажем так. Это
got in the
проект,
implementation
который
part in Canada,
запущен,
which
сейчас он
is one of the
продолжается уже
project which
целый
is
год, в
launched
течение
right
целого
now.
года.
It
Мы
continues for a
транслируем
year
на
so
одном из
far. We are broadcasting
профессиональных
in one of the
коммерческих
channel,
каналов
the professional commercial
передачу с Игорем
TV
Михайловичем.
channels.
Сначала мы транслировали
Programs with
передачу
participation
с
of Igor
Игорем.
Mikhailovich
После
Danilo.
того,
First,
как
uh,
трансляция была
we
закончена,
broadcasted
сейчас
it's coming,
транслируется
and after the
Universal
broadcast
Grain.
finished,
Я
right
хочу
now the
сказать, что
Universal Grain is being broadcasted.
трансляция
I just
идет
like to say
каждый
that the
день, 30
broadcasting
минут,
is coming
два раза в день.
every day for 30
То есть
minutes,
два
two
раза в
times a
день,
day.
вот уже в
So like two
течение
times a
года эти
day.
передачи выходят.
During a
И
year, those programs are
достигли
being launched,
того
and in the
канала,
evaluation
который
of the
предоставляет
channel that does
бродкаст,
so, or just gives this
миллионы
broadcasting
людей, в принципе,
platform for
имеют
them, like
возможность
millions of
ознакомиться с этой
people
информацией
have the
постоянно.
ability to get to know this
Такой
information all
весьма
over the
позитивный опыт.
world.
И у
This
нас есть,
is the
конечно,
kind of
огромные
positive
планы
experience that we
продолжать все
have.
это
We
делать
have
дальше,
great plans to continue to do
развивать
so
другие
onwards
направления,
and to
которые будут
develop different and
другие
other
передачи.
ways of
И
development or different
вот
programs,
это
or
все продолжается. Кроме того,
and to continue all of
хотелось бы
that.
еще
But
рассказать, что у нас
apart
на
from
канале
all of that,
есть
we'd also
такой
like to say that on our channel we have
региональный сайт
regional
allatra.ca,
website
он,
allatra.ca.
собственно, направлен на то,
It's
чтобы люди, которые
it's
живут
dedicated to the
в
fact so that
Северной
people
Америке,
who live
Южной
in
Африке,
Canada and
знакомятся с
for all of
данными,
the Americas would be
которые
able to get to know
предоставляются
the
нам
knowledge that are being
Игорем
provided to
Михайловичем.
us by Igor Mikhailovich.
Вся информация у нас там
And
предоставлена
all of the
на
information
английском
that we
языке,
have
и
there,
готовится еще на
it's
русском
there in
языке.
English and it's
У
also
нас
being
этот сайт
in
посещает
Russian
в
as
среднем от
well. This
18
website
до
is being
20
visited
тысяч
by
постоянных посетителей в год.
18 to
То есть очень
19,000
некий
unique users a year.
такое,
So it's sort of
такое
like
количество людей имеет
this is
возможность
the amount of
знакомиться с
people have
информацией.
the ability to get to know the
Конечно, все
data
это
and
объединяет одно вот
knowledge.
это вот такие
There are
основные
many other
принципы.
projects, to be honest, but those are two main ones. Thank you
Хотела
so
немножко
much.
продолжить, что
I also like
поначалу
to
нам
continue to
как
say
бы
a few
тяжело это
words that at the
было.
beginning
Ой, но сейчас
it
это
was
дается очень
hard to
легко,
be
потому что нам
accomplished,
дают
but right now
готовые
it's becoming
материалы,
much
мы
easier
их
because
просто
we have
ставим
the ready
и
to use materials. We
получаем
just have to
хорошие
place it,
отклики. Нам пишут
and
уже
we
на
have a
сайт, мы
wonderful
отвечаем.
feedback. We're being
Некоторые даже
written
говорят, что мы уже
back, and some
пишем
people
книгу,
even
мы
answer that
воплощаем вот
we
знания,
are
которые
writing a book
мы
where we
берем
add
вот с
the
этого
knowledge
сайта.
that
То
we've
есть это
just gathering
нашим
from this
действительно надо.
website, so that
Вот.
like a
И
reference, like people from Canada.
Значит, этот сайт мы ведем на двух языках,
In this website, we are still implementing 2 languages, and we have 4 people in this project. And I think that other parts Andrei has mentioned, there's nothing else to add really, but we are continuing to work and to develop and to broaden, and we moved to the new platform because it was insufficient to have an old platform because we have many programs and many data and knowledge. So right now we are developing and we are broadening what we have. Today, what was mentioned, that the idea is there, if we have like ALLATRA news or something, and if every person who watched it, or there was some feedback, or there's just like a need to act or something, or to be useful, to participate in the projects, and all together to act in the right example, we just like to invite Michael. He'll tell us on the example how Misha has written himself to the mail that he's interested to participate. Oh, I mean, he'd probably be the best reporter of that case, so the word goes to him. Thank you so much. Greetings to everybody. I've had a big internal drive to help, to share, and it's usually consciousness try to block it away. It turned on the actors and everything, and I wasn't able to formulate it for myself what I actually want to do. When I understood sincerely that I want to help people with the knowledge I have, and what for do I really want to do so, and it happened so that I was answered. We've started to have discussions and chats, and they ask, do you want to come and to share your knowledge? And I do understand it. Yes, I do. This is wonderful, even though I have so many things being said in my head. Oh, you don't have that much knowledge, or vice versa. You have such a great white crown in your head. So like different actors mention different things. But when I sincerely came here, got to be here, and people came here and like, oh, can you do a survey, like, because I can do that, and I understand that I can, or to conduct a workshop. And when I like got rid of all those thoughts, and I seen the work of the whole team, and I was so inspired because I was looking like as everybody else and watching it through the gadgets, like the product. I know how it's done. I know how the video maker does, or the video editor, and what he does. But when I got into be here, and when I saw how your friends are doing so, I was so inspired and amazed by that, because everybody is a professional in his own field, and everybody is putting his 100% in that. Because today I didn't have time to be afraid. I was so like, oh, here you're gonna do the interview in that period of time. Okay, so it's happening so fast. I understand that I told you, so I'm being wired to that. So like, I need to here I need to wire or iron like the shirt here, like, or everybody's helping with every small little detail and thing. Here we had, because of what we have an understanding here, that there is knowledge to know and to feel, or like live for something. When I know, it doesn't mean that I've lived for that. And I've honestly have an understanding that one person is all of us, and all of us is one person. So this is just one big family, in which if you want to, you can share. And when I started to do the workshop or teach a workshop, I came not with an understanding that I will start. I didn't speak on what I know, but I just shared the knowledge I have. It was so nice to have feedback from other people. It also told me, but I felt like that I've learned much more than I give knowledge of. That it's a great experience. So when you give something, you receive much more. Not only you can feel internally in here, but it's also all around us. So when we share, we receive something. And also a teacher, I teach kids. So I also teach them how to make a video, how to make video editing. So I've learned much more from doing that than before I knew that. Before I came to teach them, I understand that everybody is a big, wonderful family. And if you're personally made a decision, taking the responsibility upon yourself, and just want yourself to do something, you have to do so. You have to start. You have to describe it, to do something. Here, everybody will support you, hear you out. And even if you don't know something, but you just want to do something, everybody will teach you. You won't even understand it when the moment came, when you know how to do so. And you're not just a part of the big, wonderful family, but you also make an input. And here it's really important to not to stay and think, but to make the first step. Thank you so much to every one of you. I'm so happy that I'm getting to know so many people here, and I feel so wonderful. And it's such a wonderful inner feeling to just be here and to share and to receive from you so many
Спасибо большое,
things.
Михаил, что поделился. На
Thank
самом
you, dear
деле,
Michael,
такой
for sharing.
тот
It's
пример, про
such a
который рассказал
wonderful
Михаил, это и
example
есть
that
пример
Michael
как раз
mentioned.
созидательного
This is
общества,
the
которое
example
и
of the creative
взаимодействия, которое должно
society
быть во всем мире.
and the
Также
interaction that is
сегодня
supposed to be
еще
present in the whole
ребята
world.
АЛЛАТРА из
Also,
АЛЛАТРА ТВ,
today,
АЛЛАТРА Новости посетили
people from
мероприятие.
ALLATRA
Вот как
TV,
раз
ALLATRA
Ирочка
News,
поделится
they
примером
visited
того,
the
как
event, and Ira can give you an
слаженно тоже работала
example
команда и
on how
подробнее
continuously the team did work
все
and
были на
more in
мероприятии.
detail on that.
Что вот
We've been in
сейчас
the
еще
event today.
прошло, и это уже не
100
первое
best
мероприятие просто
women in
лучших
Kiev
мужчин
region. It's not
посвящено.
the first
И
event like
мы все
that. That
равно,
we've been on the
нас
one
видят,
the
и нас ждут,
the
и нас
100 best
ищут.
men
И
of
даже вот
Kiev.
и мы не
We
могли
are
даже на
waited
эту
for.
неделю, вот
We're being
поехали все
written
равно
to.
поехали,
So
встретились, ну,
we didn't really have
встретились,
time, but we still did so. We
с
met the organizers. We were
благодарность,
given such a wonderful
АЛЛАТРА ТВ.
gratitude note to ALLATRA
Дякую.
TV.
Мы не просто были как участниками,
We
были
wasn't there
таким
just as a
мероприятием, мы были и
participant.
информационными партнерами. И
We
здесь
were
была
the
задача
informational
организации
partners here for the
до
support and organization of
выдающихся женщин.
100 prominent
Очень хочется поделиться, что
women
мы
of Kiev
виделись на
region.
мероприятии,
We
и в
also
этом
like
году
to
мы не
say that we've
просто
been on
посещаем
this
мероприятия, мы
event.
являемся
We not
информационными
just
партнерами.
visiting, we are an
И
informational
у нас,
partner
как бы, у нас
there.
сейчас в этом году человек года, мы информационные
And
партнеры,
so
мы
we
снимаем
have a
интервью
person of the
на
year. We
каждого
also
лауреата и
informational
номинанта
partner. We
этой
make an
премии.
interview, and
К
each
нам
of the
приезжают очень люди,
attendee
которые
there. We
номинируются
have
на эту
people who will be
премию,
nominated
и это
for this
общенациональная
award.
премия.
This
И
is
мы
the
информационные партнеры.
national
То есть
award, and
наш
we are the
логотип
so
везде, ролики
that
везде, нас
our
слушают,
logo
нас
is
приглашают, нас ждут. Также мы
everywhere,
будем
so that we are
являться информационными
waited
партнерами
for.
бизнес-вумен
This will
именно
this is how we'll be
происходит форум. В прошлом году
the
мы просто
informational
освещали, в этом
partners
году
and
мы уже информационные
businesswomen. Last
партнеры.
year we just
Поэтому
visited, and this
очень
year
рады,
we
что
are
мы
the
растем,
informational
и
partners.
спасибо вам большое.
We're so happy that we're
Этот
growing.
опыт как раз можно
Thank you so
перенимать
much
и
for that.
передавать по
This
новым местам. На
experience
самом
can be
деле,
taken
когда организаторы
by
видят,
people from
насколько
places, and when the
прекрасно все
organizers
это
can see
выпускает
how
АЛЛАТРА ТВ,
wonderful
все
this
очень рады
everything
дальше
is done
приглашать
by
нас на
ALLATRA,
мероприятия и
everybody is
делать
just
все это
so eager
приглашать
to
партнерами.
invite us later on and to invite us
Это
as a
очень
partner, not
замечательно,
as a
потому что
participant.
это репутация.
This is really
Репутация
wonderful
этих
because this
самых
is
партнерами,
reputation
потому что это
A,
на
and
самом деле
reputation is on the high
именно
level
по-доброму, именно вот искренне и
because in the kindness and
профессионально все высшее прям
sincerest
все
they do, and
делается.
we just
И
light
еще
up
хотелось
and
бы тоже отметить такой
broadcast
момент, что
all
АЛЛАТРА
the
Новости
events. And we
очень
also
расширяет свои
mentioned that the
границы,
Watcher
и это
News, they
является
are
таким
broadening
новое
its borders.
направление.
There's so many
И сейчас
new
уже новое направление,
areas
которое
that
уже, в
we can
принципе,
cover. And the new area
очень
that we would like
запущено
to
уже
cover,
профессионально, если вы заметили, это
which
все
is
проводится
you've seen how it's
прямые
done
эфиры.
so far on
Да,
the
то есть это
professional level,
может
which is
быть
the live broadcast.
достаточно
It
сложный
can
такой
be
процесс
a
вообще, но на
complicated
самом
thing
деле
to
у нас
do
уже
actually,
получился, мы
but in
изучили своего
reality,
опыта, и девочки
we have
поделятся.
it done and we have so much experience in that, and our wonderful ladies will share their
Да,
experience in
спасибо.
that topic.
На самом деле
Yes, thank you
проект
so
очень
much.
интересный,
Really, the project is really
новый, он
interesting.
уникальный,
It's a new
интересный
one,
тем,
it's
что
a
нельзя
unique one, and
смонтировать.
it's
Это
interesting is that
полностью
you
идет в прямом эфире.
cannot use video editing because everything
На
is
самом деле
live.
это, знаете, такой
And
огромный опыт взаимодействия
this is such
людей
a
из разных
wonderful
стран.
experience of
Действительно
interaction of people
показывает,
from
что
different
мы большая
countries.
дружная
And it
семья,
actually shows that we're just one
когда
big family
можно, знаете, созваниваться днем и
when
ночью, обсуждать
you can
какие-то идеи,
go
там,
through
готовиться
a
к
call
каждой
through and
программе на
discuss
прямом
like
эфире.
ideas and everything. You
Действительно,
can
это очень
prepare
объединяет.
every weekends for a
Как
live
удалось
broadcast, and it really
почувствовать
unites
в этом
everybody. And what we were
проекте, вот
able to
за
feel here
эти
in the
2 года
hands-on
прямых эфиров,
portion of
что у
that,
нас
based on the period of
действительно
the live
добрая
broadcast that we had,
граница,
that
что
really we don't have
действительно
any
все
borders between us,
очень
that we really
очень
are
здоровые, очень
internally
близкие.
united and
И
similar
границы
and really
в этом
close to
деле,
one
знаете,
another, and
нарисованы
borders are
очень
just
здорово.
only on the map
И
being drawn and everything.
Да, спасибо большое. Вот хочется сказать всем огромное-огромное
Thank you so
спасибо просто
much.
за, ну, вот, за то,
We are
что вы
so
делаете. И
grateful.
прямые эфиры — это вот Для меня это такой
And the live
еще рост
broadcast,
АЛЛАТРА ТВ вообще,
for
потому
me,
что
it's such a great
когда
development of
смотришь
ALLATRA
прямой эфир,
TV
это вот сразу
because when you
ощущается вот это вот
watch the
присутствие, да,
live
то есть что-то
broadcast, for
идет
example, you just
живое,
have
то есть
this
это, знаете, вот
internal
как,
feeling
как
of
такие
presence. You're
ощущения,
just
тут
present there.
настолько
It's
вот
the
вдохновляет.
people
Просто всем
that are
большое
there. It's
спасибо.
so inspiring.
Хотела
And
бы сказать про
thank you
командную
also
работу,
so much. We just also like
что
to say a few
команда,
things about
она
the
настолько
teamwork,
вот
that
широка
the
и,
team
ну вот
is so broad in
безгранична, как
its
сказала вот
composition,
Леночка,
as it was
потому что
mentioned, that it doesn't have
в каждом
borders
прямом эфире
because
участвует столько
in every live
технических
broadcast, we have a
сотрудников, именно
participation of
участников
so
с
much of
разных
the
стран
technical
получается.
support participants that
И
are there
всем просто
from
хочется
different
сказать
countries.
большую
And
благодарность
everybody,
и
we just like to
пригласить
say thank you so
присоединиться
much to
к
every one of them
как
and to ask
участникам,
them
так
to
и
join as
поддержке.
participants and as a tech
Вообще
support
очень
and
много разных
each
направлений, поэтому
department.
всех
And
приглашаем.
there's so many
И вот
areas for that. This is
мы
why we invite everybody.
договорились,
The
да, то есть
project
она
is
настолько
growing in this
показала
Solidarity or
насколько мы
Unity Week.
можем. Вот
It
мы
has shown
в
how
понедельник, когда
capable we
открывали
are
первый прямой эфир
because on
в
Monday, when we
пятницу,
opened their first
мы
live
друг дружку
broadcast in
смотрели
the
и понимали,
Solidarity
что мы
Week,
это
we
впервые
just looked at
делаем
each other and
именно вот в
understood it.
таком
This
формате.
is the first time when we do
И
something
когда
like
все
that in this
получилось,
format.
команда, ну вот,
And when we were
еще больше
able to achieve it,
сплочилась, более
the whole team
сплоченная стала.
became
И
even
это было
closer
очень здорово.
together
И то, что
and be
действительно
knew
вот
about one another
то,
more
что человеком движет изнутри,
profoundly.
для чего мы это
Because what
делаем.
moves the
Это не
person
только
from
чтобы
the
что-то
bottom of
сделать
their
новое,
hearts,
а вот
it's not
чтобы
just to make
показать,
a live
что
broadcast, but it's
современное
also to
сообщество, оно
show
уже
that the
сейчас
creative and
возможно, если
constructive
мы
society,
действуем. Спасибо
it's
большое.
possible even in this instant if we are acting on to build one. Thank you so much. We'd like to tell a few words on the ALLATRA News, as in this year ALLATRA News has grown drastically, and ALLATRA News right now at this moment includes as a full like programs on the events that we meet, which is live broadcasts that we do on weekends. And those are the news, for example, programs, or just the cuts that where every new when every piece of the news has like 2 minutes in the duration that is being implemented by every participant all over the world. This is all a piece of that is ALLATRA News.
Да, уже тоже. Ну вот, просто хотелось как добавить
I just wanted to add
что Юлечка перечислила о том,
to what
что
was mentioned by
это прямой
Julia
эфир,
that
это полноценные
those are the
выпуски,
live
это сюжеты,
broadcasts,
но
this
за
is the
этим
full
всем
on
стоят
episodes, but
люди.
behind all of
Это
that, there are
люди
many
делают
people
для
who
людей.
stand behind it.
И
The
вот
people
эта
are doing so for
искренность,
people.
вот это, ну вот
And this
понимание, что мы все
sincerity
делаем общее
and the
единое
understanding
дело,
that we all
дело
do a
для
joint
людей, для
singular
нас, для
idea
каждого
and
человека. Здесь идет
it's
забота
for
о каждом
every person
человеке.
here. This
Вот,
is the
ну,
care for every
встретив,
person
не
separately
знаю,
and all together
самым бережным,
with
это
love
забота о всем
and to
человечестве.
care
И
for the
поэтому
whole
так
is
оно все
for humanity
получается.
as a
Просто
whole.
хочется как,
This
ну,
is why it all comes
показать,
together that
насколько это
way.
все
And we
масштабно. То
just like
есть
to show
от
how
того
big of a scale
мероприятия,
it
это
is right
когда вот
now.
мы
From
идем
that
на такое
event, that
мероприятие, вот
when we are
сколько
going to
всего
an
людей
event, for
сталкивается с тем,
example,
что
like
на нас
we've
смотрят.
met so many times
Мы
that we've been
когда, ну,
looked at,
общаемся, потом
or when
познакомились
we, for
поближе,
example,
нас приглашают на
getting to know
следующее мероприятие
somebody,
и
you're in
делится,
being
что
invited
мы
to the
постоянно
next
за вами
event, and they are
наблюдаем,
saying,
вы такие
we are
улыбаетесь, вы
watching
такие
you all the
нежные,
time. You're
вы так
always
со мной.
smiling.
И
You're
делимся,
so
мы говорим, что
friendful.
мы
You're so
волонтеры,
professional.
мы
And you're
делаем это
saying
в
that we are
свободное
volunteer. We
время.
do so in our free time.
Как, и не сразу человек может в это поверить,
But
потому
not
что
from
мы
the
же не
beginning, a
люди, мы
person can
такие вообще
actually believe because he
знакомства,
didn't see
сотрудничество
that
с другими
before. So
людьми.
then
Они
getting to
видят
know each other,
по-другому, нас они
cooperation with
видят, что
different
мы
people,
просто
they
люди.
see who we
И
are
эта
in reality,
человечность,
that we're
она
just people.
как
And
и в
this,
видео, так и в общении
the
с другими.
aspect of
То
being
есть
human,
это
as
только поход на
being
мероприятие,
watched
это
at
только
or just
съемка,
in
это только
communication, just put
начало,
it
а
like an
остальное
event,
идет
this is
еще
just the filming it.
дальше.
And
Монтаж,
behind all
это
of that, there's
совместная
also
работа,
like the
это,
video editing, which is the
ну, это
common work.
созвоны друг с другом, содружество, это
So the
вот
call
умение
throughs
между друг
and
другом
community,
учиться,
knowing
общаться.
how
Это потому
to
что на самом деле все так просто,
communicate
все
and learn
легко,
from
потому
one
что
another. You
вообще
understand
нету
how
времени,
simple
нету,
everything is because they
ну, это
usually you don't
любой
have
день,
any
ты
time
кому
to
не
waste, and
позвони,
every
все
time
с радостью и
whoever you
ответят,
can
помогут,
call,
научат,
everyone would
и, ну, сколько
there
у
to
нас было
help
так,
to teach you how
ой,
to
то
do
здорово
something.
сделать, ой, я могу, а ты умеешь,
And
нет,
from
но
the example
сделаю,
we had,
и
oh, it
да,
was so
и
wonderful
делается,
how
и делается с
they
душой.
can do
Ну,
so. And
что
can you
просто
do
ты
so? No,
как
but I
смотришь,
can't. I
человек
will.
первый раз взял в монтаж сюжет и такой,
And they do, and it do so, putting all of their
ну,
soul in
просто
it. And
так
you see,
классно
and the person did a
получается,
montage of the video, and
и,
they're saying, "Wow,
ну, то есть
you did it from the first time, and like it turned out to be so wonderful. Behind of that, there's so many people all over the world who support it, and in reality, how many good events are happening, how much light there is in the world that we're not able to cover, and that they're in the cities, and like watching you in Khmelnytsky and Vinnytsia cover their own, like, because this is such a scale, and we are so happy, we're so open to every person, because first of all, it is done for people, for every single person, because what is a creative and constructive society? This is first of all good conditions for every person, so that care for everyone, for every single one of them. We'd also like to say wonderful and great gratitude to every single one of participants, to every person, and no matter where they're from or what they do, just if they're a participant, we just like to express great gratitude for all the work that they are doing and for everything that they've put in this process to create this wonderful end product, and for bringing that. And I'd just like to express this wonderful and great gratitude that we can use the wonderful platform, as it was mentioned before. It's so good and so great and so wonderful.
Чем прекрасны на самом деле «АЛЛАТРА новости», да? Это огромное
And
количество людей, которые объединяются и действуют. Они действуют
it's so great, and
во всех странах.
we can accomplish so much together. And I think that there's no singular participant in ALLATRA who wouldn't be able to participate in ALLATRA news. You might say that, yeah, there's Serta, but somebody written down the script, somebody was a reporter, somebody were so like another person, so that everybody participated, and it's like a concentrated version of every project, of everything that happens in the movement, of all the wonderful deeds and things. There's new projects, somebody visits some events, something wonderful happened all over the world. This is all ALLATRA news. And why are they so wonderful is because they set an example by bringing to life events. It's just an example to other people, because we show that, for example, somebody did a small like bracelet, or somebody until we launched like films or something, somebody did a template or something, somebody visits events and makes a social survey on Twitter is now, and everything like that. And when others are watching, they understand, oh, we also can do that, and what they think is that they also can, and this is why this platform is so wonderful. This is why please send your views and everything. It's so much simple to do so on the events and the activities that you do in your local places, for everybody else to know. If you're going to take and make a survey or something, you can just make a small portion that, oh, we are at such an event, we are conducting like a survey, just make such a small like video and add footages to inspire other people, so that you can be an example and you can set an example to continue and flourish in those activities. Thank you so much, William. There are also moments coming when, for example, there's like a full video is ready, but you have to just make a cut, or like made a video or something. You just have to get to somebody and just like to give a word to Viv, so that greetings to everybody, but the cooperation between people, like getting knowing each other, and people are being responsive and they're turning in, and it comes in the end is such a wonderful thing. Greetings from Lviv. Greetings from Kiev, Serta, but we are from Lviv. First, I share a story, and when understanding like how ALLATRA is for me, it's a story. How people interacted with other people, and when you look for those stories, different stories, you can see how with every year you're growing and growing. It's phenomenal, really. Every participant is growing. And if you will tell a few things about this story, the participants from Lviv in 2019 did so much work on oneself, and what can be done in the region is, for example, we'd like to film an interview with the mayor, but we were able to do so. But we started to visit different festivals where we taking to brought to life when we met like people and everything. When we went to a festival, and the first time in a year, an active participants of that, but only were just learning to do so, you can go there and like, so we separated. And so we are in the chat, and like we've been sent a picture. There's a line of 9 people for social survey. The mayor of the city is in the line for a survey. Now we understand that this is the first time people went out to film, and well, they had like experienced participants, but we were panicking from the fact that the mayor's there, they say something wrong, and we understand, okay, hold on, we need to trust everybody. And for half an hour we were just like, okay, let's think about something different, something else, but just not about that, please. In 5 minutes, they just went and like, okay. And then we understood what is trust in the team. Then we understood that in any moment of time, every one of us, every participant can get in any type of situation when there will be people that we would like to have interview of. This is why everybody has to be ready. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And ALLATRA use and the preparedness is to always act. If you ask some to do something, just say yes. So if you were like given a piece of information, we say yes. If somebody said that there's an interesting event, you should say yes. And so many stories like that are present. So I'll give a word to Helena and Mike. And I try to say that you need to understand one small moment that the interaction of the team is really important. And if you have just one person in the team, you will our team. I am saying you as the Zai because that person has a connection to every one of us. And when we try to find like an interview and we didn't have like who can do video editing, because in Lviv we had more than 200 interviews, like 15 interviews, we were not able to video edit, and we were able to find people from cities who could help that. And don't be afraid like, oh, we made so much video, you don't have to go anywhere. Be afraid. If you have any material, just try to find a person who can help you, help others. It's really important. Somebody can do the video editing, somebody like the plugins. So that don't be afraid, don't do that. And when we interact all together, it comes into unified process. We don't have participants in Lviv or we are somewhere else. We just joined, united us as people, as a movement. And movement shows that people interact, and how they interact, and human interaction is the most valuable thing that we have here. And ALLATRA News actually shows the fact that interaction between people is already happening. Okay? Because with examples, stories, we can inspire each other. And the most important thing that each and every one of us is not a me, or it's not an I, it's us. And when this us actually acts, there is no borders, there's no challenges. And based on stories, Lena can actually
Hello everyone, my name is Alina, I'm from Lviv. I would like to share with you that through this year, the level of the events which we attended, it has changed, because before that we have joined different social questionnaires, universal green and society the last chance, but most of all it was the questionnaires outside, out in the streets, and we just came to people, we asked them questions, but we didn't attend any kind of serious events. And one time one of our participants from our team, he just came to such an event because he had to do something there, and it turned out that he took part in one of the festivals, which was named the City of Professions. And there were a lot of people at this festival. It was out in the park, and he decided to call each of us and ask all of us to come to attend this event and to film it. And all of us were busy with our own different things, but we all said yes. And we gathered together, and in fact, it turned out to be a very interesting event, and we were not even expecting this. That the person who works as fireman, he would tell us a story, or archaeologist would tell us a story, and the person who investigates dinosaurs, and he could express the same knowledge which we were asking them, which we want to share with people, and they were sharing with us. And when we got acquainted with organizers of this event, it turned out that they make this event throughout all Ukraine, and the same festivals are being held in all cities of Ukraine, and we also took part in them. And it turned out that in Lviv, we also have a lot of festivals which are being held, and since it was summer, we started to visit all of them. Each Saturday and Sunday, we visited such events, and not always the title of the festival actually tells what is the meaning of the festivals. For example, one of the festivals was devoted to horses, and at first it seemed to us so different, and we just wanted to go there and ask social questionnaires there. And we went there from the very morning. Of course, we had some doubts whether this topic fits us, but it turned out that first of all, this festival was organized by volunteers without any money, and it was very similar to what we do, because we organize it also on a volunteer basis. And we got acquainted with so great number of people with whom we also became friends. And they invited us to the following also events. And one of the people with whom we got acquainted, he was speaker of a round table of no violence in society and family. And during the whole summer, we attended such events. But still, we didn't go to any kind of more serious events which need accreditation. And when autumn came and summer festivals were over and we had to move forward, we have such Arena Lvov event, Arena Lviv. It is a big stadium where different international conferences take place. And one of these conferences, which I was going to attend just a participant, IT Arena. Because I work in an IT sphere, I was going to attend it as just a participant. And we gathered together and decided to go there as reporters of ALLATRA TV. So we gathered together and made a letter to get an accreditation, and we just filled a form on a website, even no letter, just a form, we filled it. Who we are, and I also sent them examples of our videos, and I called them a lot of times, and in 2 days they didn't accept our accreditation, they denied it. Well, so we decided, okay, it's too big scale of event, so we don't fit it. But at the last evening before this event, 10 p.m., Miroslav calls us and tells, you know what, I found a girl, she organizes this event on Facebook, and I will try to manage it. And 10 p.m. before the event, he writes us, explains her who we are, what we are, and she actually accepts us to go there and make a video, and for only one person. And we explained that one person also comes with us as a participant, so another person would come as cameraman. So the event is serious and we need to have a good looking appearance. So we decided that next day, 8 a.m., we are going to a different participant so that she can make a beauty makeup and a nice hair. So we didn't have any kind of expectations for this event because remembering the last day event, I remembered that a lot of business talks were going on about technologies. So the temp of developing of technologies, and sometimes I felt the pressure, so I wasn't expecting anything from this event. But seeing the first presentation of the event, the opening presentation when it was opening, it was so cool, and it showed them the sense of choice, how the choice of each person decides which direction the technology development will go. And there was a lot of presentations which were about humanity, the choice. And we got acquainted with so many people. And it was at first scary to come to speakers because there were a lot of milliardaires, billionaires, and representatives of different world IT companies. But all of them were very happy to talk, and it was very interesting how they just bloom up when we asked them about happiness, about love, and how that they are the same simple people as us, each of us. And after this, I didn't have any kind of scare because we still realized that it is very interesting for us and for our development and for development of acquaintances. I would also like to add that it is very important to give the whole team the Instagram because it inspires everyone else. You don't even imagine how it inspires. For example, when we are being sent pictures, we right out away we want to help them. That's why we do Instagram posts right away. And what is interesting, guys, when we post, for example, our participants from Nikolaev, they like it and they say it's so cool. And the same when they do this, we also see it and we also get inspired. You see how many people at the same day start participating in a different event. We see that we are like one organism during one day. Everyone is in social questionnaires. And the other moment, which is also interesting, recently when I was getting prepared to one masterclass here, I decided to see Instagram, and it was phenomenal because the first pictures when we made and got prepared in park and tried to teach each other, and we see that people who were taught there and people who are right now making a filming, even the body has changed. So on the pictures you see how all of us have developed and leveled up because the social work, it helps to grow. Your participation in ALLATRA movement helps to grow so much that you can't even imagine. You get over a lot of things in yourself, you overcome them, and you see how you change. You don't even recognize how you change it, first of all. But when you see the pictures of those events which you participate, you see, whoa, whoa. Don't be afraid to grow. Thank you. Also, sorry for saying, I want to say that not only Nikolaev, but also for Ural and Yekaterinburg also got inspired by such ideas.
All right, Nikolaev is asking for a microphone. Hello, my name is Yulia. I'm from Nikolaev, as already mentioned. I would like to continue this topic. Everything that was said by guys is very close to us because actually, about a year ago, when we gathered with guys, we already had experience. We had film. We knew how to film. There was a team. But at that time, there was such a phrase that ALLATRA TV Kiev, well, they are professional, they know a lot. ALLATRA TV Nikolaev, well, maybe nobody knows about them. So that was the point when internally we actually felt grow, and that's hard for us. I wouldn't say that it was difficult for us. we also talked to people, had interviews, and maybe 5-6 people in a row. So someone posted stories on Instagram. Other people were invited for for public surveys. The other guys handed over booklets, and so that was like a real teamwork. You actually need to experience it. It's difficult to convey it. And we started to attend different events, and at some point we actually came and we got to know how to get there. We talked to organizers, we wrote on Facebook, and at some point we actually came to the point when we were actually invited as mass media. So, and they already know about our projects, about us. So this is very inspiring, really. I would also like to add that about the moment of trust, point of trust. During the Solidarity Week, our professional filmmakers actually went to Kiev, and we were invited to a very important event, Man of the Year, Citizen of the Year. And the first praise was like, well, some of us are living and part of the cameras we've taken with us, but at some point we just decided to just go. So we were invited, and we have desire, and so there will be opportunities will come. So there is nothing impossible, really. We didn't have any expectations, but we set our goal. Most of the time, we are doing it like in team with when more professional guys or with the less professionals. But right now it was like they are doing it by themselves. So it turned out that it's a great experience in terms of professional goals too, professional growth. So we talked to people, very important ones, and people actually, when they hear about love, about good, about something good, they begin to resonate with this, and they begin to share about this. And most importantly, we open for ourselves like so many things, because when you talk to another person, you really hear from him something that resonates within you. So it's not you who is helping him, but he is helping you to open up and to have new experience and to have new understanding. So this and the teamwork is of people communicating in cities. There are ALLATRA news being published, so every issue, every episode is like a real holiday. So this is the result of these actions actually exceeds all expectations. Thank you very much. May I? Yeah, I would like to note that incredible teamwork that is present in ALLATRA projects. So how we are all connected, all tied together, so we go to film together. So this is really like a one big organism that is indivisible, and we felt one another and we helped one another. So this is just imagine if all people in the world will just be united, it will be such a great team, a grand team. And we also have seen this because people from all over the world came here to the coordination center of ALLATRA, and we were a big team. And some people came as families, so like husbands and wives, fathers and mothers. So ALLATRA actually unites everyone, and families too. So it's not like us, being friends together, but we invite families too. And I would like to say that it's much better. I'm talking about the input of every person. It's better to be a drop in the ocean than to be like a big pool. So much for that. Thanks a lot, guys. As we already mentioned, today in our studio we have, well, not all participants who take part in ALLATRA News, because there are so many of us. We are in 180 countries. And right now, with us from Netherlands, Amsterdam. Oh, right. Yeah. Okay, Netherlands are online. Jonathan, we are here. We would like to hear you.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me properly? Okay, Netherlands are online.
Bonjour, Jonathan.
Sorry, I have the translation in English.
Здравствуйте все. Итак, большое спасибо за приглашение на сегодняшнюю встречу. Я бы немножко хотел добавить к тому, что уже сказано. Я бы хотел сказать, что для меня лично участие в проектах — это очень важно. Для того, чтобы действительно больше понять те знания, которые изложены. Одно дело — это читать книги, другое — смотреть видео, но совсем третье — это когда действительно применять полученные знания на практике. И я гораздо глубже понял то, что написано в видео. Благодаря тому, что я делюсь этой информацией также с другими, работаю, участвую в проектах, это получается намного лучше, и мне преодолевать препятствия и идти по духовному пути.
Yes, that's definitely something that you should do, just because it's going to make everything even much more easier. If sometimes by yourself you can feel a bit of doubt and not feeling like working too much on yourself, thinking about your thoughts, and then you have some stress coming in, having this community around you helps as a personal level. So even if it's talking just about me and my perception and my individual perception, I think that it helps quite a lot, and it's something that I'm sure that people can feel being part of this big family. So thank you all for being so available. I think being part of ALLATRA, one thing that I really realize is like everybody is so available. Doesn't matter what time it is, doesn't matter in what language, or you will always find somebody that can answer a question, that can answer an email or a phone call. Jumping on the Zoom and being able to discuss about very interesting topics. So it's once again something that helps very much my self-development, and I'm happy to be part of those projects that can help also the self-development of other people into this spiritual path and this path to become a proper constructive society. So thank you again, and that's basically what I wanted to say.
Я хочу.
I want to.
Thank you very much.
Спасибо огромное.
Thank you very much.
Спасибо огромное.
Try to translate, and it's first experience for me to translate someone who just spoke for 5 minutes, and but he said that he okay, and in Russian. For this girl. Easier in English, легче на английском, но попробуем по-русски.
It's easier in English, but I'll say it in Russian. He said that he's very happy to be part of our big family, and he's very happy to be part of the projects, to work on himself, to work on things that he didn't notice before in himself, and now he can see them in the projects. And he understands that together we can help It doesn't matter what time or where we are. We can always talk to each other through Skype or Zoom and to see each other's faces. And he's very thankful for that. And if someone doesn't know that you can be part of the projects, it's very easy to do so. You just have to write and just share your interests, and there will always be people that are ready to help. And it doesn't matter at all in what language, and it doesn't matter at all if you have never done anything, because right now I am translating what he said, and he said that this really helps him in his spiritual development, and he's noticing personal growth in this. And all these projects really unite everyone, and he's very thankful to the whole family of ALLATRA. Thank you so much. It's very important that we are one big family of ALLATRA, and it's very joyful that families altogether are part of projects and are coming here for the Week of Solidarity in families and are exchanging contacts and chatting with each other. And even right now, we have a family in Germany, Kate and David, and they will now share their experience. Can you hear us? Yes, we can hear you. Thank you. Awesome. Hello, everyone. Good evening. It was so joyful to hear from Jonathan because we met each other in Holland during the New Year's episode, and it was very great when my husband David was sitting there and he was sharing and saying hi to everyone, and people from different countries were saying things in different languages, and it's very amazing that there are no borders in ALLATRA. And even in our location, we are trying to go to different events, for example, meeting with different people of different cultures, and it was very interesting when I went to one event and we talked with the guys, and I was coming in late and I only arrived to the end, and I remember that people were leaving, and I noticed in myself that I was not happy about the fact that there was traffic on the road, and it just happened in that way that at the end a group of us got together.
There was Imam that came, and there was also one other person from Turkey, and such a conversation turned out a very kind of soul-to-soul conversation. We talked for a long time. We couldn't just leave. First, we talked about the mosque, and then we kept communicating in that contact. We still have it. We still keep in touch. And then we got invited to a different event, and we got acquainted with other people. And we also got acquainted with some other people during our event that we organized on our location in the city where he lives. And just like that, simply, like in a chain process, we get to know other people and get new contacts. And our consciousness couldn't believe that it could happen that way, that simply just, by like a, like a spark, everyone could kind of light up from the inside. Oh, yeah. So it turns out that the camera is this way and I have to look at it. Yeah, so it is very inspiring experience. And also, as we're talking about ALLATRA News, we also held a presentation of ALLATRA IPM projects, and the guys from different countries came, and there were also people, and it's interesting that people from there was one woman from Turkey, and we interviewed her, and we asked her to translate something from Turkish to German, and she connected and she joined, and she did the translation. And it is very nice that we will have the opportunity to have more translations. And this is the example of getting acquainted with people who are not in the movement. And there was also one interesting moment that when we organized the conference in regards to the music topic, there was one participant that came with the whole team, and that the things that I'm talking about right now, it's not just me. The people come, the guys, the participants come from different cities who are nearby, or the countries that are nearby. They come here, they come to the event, and they help. They come to the presentation, and we created the location. And one of the participants invited the journalist, and he came. He interviewed me, and this was the first experience communicating with a journalist. It was very interesting. And in about 4 days, there was an article that was published in our magazine that is being published near the in the city Arnsberg in Germany, and it talks about the team. And these guys from the team, were in the picture in this magazine. And it was also a very interesting experience. And right now, like step by step, we're getting a bit popular. And also my husband wants to say something probably in German.
Hallo, ich bin der David. Viele Grüße nach Kiew.
Hello, my name is David.
Nächstes Jahr bin ich dabei. Du übersetzt, ne?
And I would like to say hello to Christian. So my husband just said hello, and his name is David, and he says hello to Christian who lives in Kiev. And the next time he will come and he will stay in Kiev with us.
Ich möchte mich gern anschließen an meinen Vorredner. Also davor war noch jemand, der gesagt hat, dass es unheimlich schön ist, dass man als Team, als eine Familie zusammen wirklich arbeitet und sich zusammentrifft. Katja hat ja erzählt von unserer Konferenz hier in unserer Stadt. Und es war unheimlich hilfreich, dass wir alle zusammen waren. Das hat mir persönlich so viel Sicherheit gegeben, die ich alleine gar nicht so gehabt hätte. Und ja, ich bin sehr froh, dass wir das zusammen gemacht haben.
Yes, David said that what is happening right now, and what Jonathan said, ALLATRA is a big family, and that I also feel part of this big family, and that I also talked about this conference in Augsburg, and he also felt this huge support by all the team members of ALLATRA.
Und ich habe auch heute gehört, dass einige davon erzählen, dass es immer leichter wird, immer einfacher wird, ja, mit ALLATRA also an die Öffentlichkeit zu gehen. Das ist etwas, was für mich noch nicht so ganz leicht immer ist, weil mein Bewusstsein mir noch immer sagt, na, frag das nicht, mach das nicht. Aber ich bin doch überrascht gewesen, dass einige Menschen sich sehr gefreut haben über den Zeitungsbericht und auch neugierig gefragt haben, was wir dort machen. Und da habe ich dann gemerkt, wie schön das ist, dass wir es dann auch zusammen gemacht haben und dass es vor allem das Richtige ist, was wir da tun.
Yes, David said that.
Также, что ребята до этого говорили, да, что вот заметен вот этот вот внутренний рост, который происходит, и несмотря на то, что
no matter that his consciousness was getting in the way when people were asking things, that for him to even say things at certain times, he still felt all that joy, and he could feel that internal growth, and when people asking, you answer, And that was such a big opportunity when the newspaper came out, and when people just would come to you and they would see, oh, I can see your picture. And I don't remember what you said at the end. Oh yes, right. That yeah, he could feel that feeling that you get when you step over all the doubts and worries. That feeling that it is the right way and what we are doing is right and it's amazing. Thank you. Okay, yes, thank you so much. That's all I want to say.
Thank you so much, guys. And right now we want to talk about a very bright example about the international interaction. Everything began in Armenia, and we want to give the floor to Aiko from Armenia, and he's going to tell us about. He's already gave the interview to ALLATRA TV, and we will see it soon, but right now he's going to tell us one more time. Hello everyone, my name is Aik, I'm from Armenia. This is the first time I'm in Kiev, in coordination center. And what brought me here, it was the huge desire to be in one family, in a family of dear people, close ones. In Armenia right now, there are not so many of us, but we want to, how to say it, we want that quality is more important than quantity, and we do everything possible. And we are also trying to do even something that is not possible. It's just that desire, unholdable desire to act, no matter what. You can be called something. The people may not understand you, and even say something bad about you. But when you have a goal, you have a strong immune system for this. And those who were doing something wrong, they think that they have done something wrong when they did not accept the knowledge. Today, I would like to just want to tell you that the Armenian version of the printed version of the climate report was published. Who translated it? And it was translated by our guys, and the interaction, thanks to the interaction from for people in different countries. Narine translated the text version. Someone just helped with the printing. Just want to say that there are more people should have attended the event, be here, but just due to some circumstances, due to some very important circumstances, they are not with us right now. But we are sure that every year we're going to have more and more people in Armenia. And there is one more great news. Right now, my wife is with me, and who promised that next time when I come, she promised that she's going to be with me next time. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks, everyone who participate in creation of those news, to make our work easier, the dissemination of knowledge.
Пожалуйста, смотрите, если есть вопросы.
Here you go. You can watch it if you have questions. Go ahead. Thank you so much. Thank you for everything. Thank you that we are here and that we act. Thank you so much. Yes, and this example of international interaction, this is so amazing that it was initiated in Armenia. Narine from Armenia, she supported, and Belarus also took part. And we can see that it is possible. And there are no borders. It's true, there are no borders. The microphone, please. Yes, I also want to add about it a few more words. During the week of solidarity, participants from many different countries gathered together, and we filmed the interview for ALLATRA News. And at some point, there was a shock. You have the interview on Bulgarian, on Ivrit, and so many languages, on Polish. But I know only Russian. What can I do about it? How we can make it? But it happened to be so easy, so simple. We found someone who translated it. Somebody just joined us and helped us, and then huge interviews, they were already translated the very next day. And those who were not translated, can you please send us the link so we can translate it? So it was, some people can translate it, some people can prepare the text. And as much as I love geography, as much as I love to travel, and what comes to our emails, the vlogs from many different countries, news from different countries, it's so amazing how many of us and how we grow. And this interaction that seemed to be impossible or seemed to be so hard, it's so simple. It happened to be so simple. Everything is simple. Yes, Yulia, thank you that you remind us that on emails we receive a lot of materials. Guys should film interviews and their own understanding. And recently there was a program, the program was published with participation of Igor Mikhailovich Danilov, where the very important question was asked, on which people itself recorded the answer from all different parts of the world. The answers were coming from Dubai, from Belarus, from all different countries, from all Europe. All the participants of the ALLATRA movement, they were saying the same, yes, we do need ALLATRA. And thousands of vlogs from all over the world. And it was so inspiring that people do not silent, that we do need it, we truly do need it. And a special thanks to many people that they have taken such a position, and this is very inspiring. Thank you so much, everyone. Huge thanks. Since we're talking about Belarus, I know that Vita wants to say something, and girls from Belarus are also there. And they also want to take part. It's so great to see that people are sharing their own stories, and they are already in our articles, and then we just review them. And when they are ready on ALLATRA TV, and you see them as you would see them at first time. Thank you so much. I want to say to everyone, because I can say yes under every single word that has been said. And yes, we're truly one big team, one big organism. And there are many more and more of us. And I think there will be more than 7 million of us. And we're going to be one big family. And this is so great. And I just want to say that I have gotten to such understanding that ALLATRA News and the ALLATRA TV in general is just such a unique product. It's a very unique news. Because when we come to some events, we just come into the agreement. We've been asked what kind of questions you would like to ask. Can we see them? And then when we tell them, when we start to talk to people, everybody ignites. They say, oh, this is so cool. And so many emails come to ALLATRA TV, so many letters, and we've been invited to this museum, and we've been invited there, and this is so great. All of this so much ignites us that I just want to give an example. When we went to the event, we just decided to come and film it, just to show that there is such an event. And we didn't plan to do something else, but there was the very important person from Italy. And this person said, I pay attention to what you're doing, and you're such a great people with smiles. Do you want to take the interview with me? And she came to us. She came to us by herself. But there are no such questions. And this is the uniqueness of you. Everybody wants to talk about love, about some common values, about kindness, about something good, and we do need it, and we do need to spread the word about it. And this communication, by talking to this person, she said that she wants to invite us to all other events because this is really interesting. We should not be afraid. We just have to make this step. And it's just really great. And people by itself, they want this. They want to talk about this on this topic. And I just want to say a big thank you to everyone. You're so amazing. And even those who just watch it, because as it's been said, there is such an example that was already given when the social service were filmed, were shot, and the family, and one of the family members said, my husband watch you, he's watching you. Thank you so much, everyone. Can I also share?
May I add? Hello, I'm from Almaty, Kazakhstan. And also, I would like to share the experience that we've attended different international events where people gathered, and we came to those people and we asked the questions, what unites all people? You can feel it, that people get open and they are very glad to answer these questions. They become so happy, even if they're tired or exhausted. And we come up to them and say, like, maybe ask questions, and they say, yes, sure, of course. And you start to talk with people, and by the end of the interview, this person becomes your friend, and you become friends with a lot of people, with all people who felt it, and everybody feels it, and we become friends. And attending different events, we get invited to other events, and because they feel very nice talking to us, to ALLATRA TV. They feel the care, support. It's not about like consumer. It's an example of actually creating, and people like it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And right now, the microphone is being passed to Katerina from Irkutsk. And we also have other good news, which is very convenient right now because ALLATRA News is actually news, live news, interesting news. And you know that ALLATRA News is being transformed into the English versions, and the English-speaking countries will be also joining us, and Ola wants to share the news. I would like to say that we have unique content in English. So, for example, we have an interview that is in English, and we don't want to get it translated, and we just publish it on English channel, And for example, there are so many participants, and there are a lot of participants that watch news on ALLATRA TV, but there are not enough participants who watch ALLATRA English channel. Just watch, please watch the news not only in Russian, English, and there are so many different channels in French, German. Please. Guys, everybody is doing. If there is ALLATRA TV in any language, please support each other, because when you will listen to this video, then you will get interested in that kind of language. And when we support them, then the guys from those countries will have more possibilities, more opportunities to. And right now, like for example, the website will get more views and will be more popular. So guys, I would like to offer you to watch the videos in different languages and to join that kind of action. Just, you know, put your likes, leave your comments below the video, because this is a very, very important support, important help. And also, in regards to the comments, I just heard somewhere that the comments, yeah, like I don't know the language, and I was not like leaving any comments under the videos that I don't know what they're like, what language they speak. And I said that, like, for example, you can translate it using the Google Translate and leave the comment. Yes, guys, and also I would like to add that I've heard that there's so many people in the coordination center from different countries, and they shared their experience. And there was one story about how the person, you know, got acquainted with the knowledge, found the knowledge. So this person really liked to watch different scientific programs, and once he just fell asleep while watching the program, and it automatically opened the video with, you know, the program with participation of Igor Mikhailovich Danilov, and he woke up at that moment. And of course, when the person kind of touches this knowledge, sees the truth, and feels the truth, he understands that he was looking for this for all his life. And when they shared this story, pretty funny story, but what a wide world opened for this person. So much people, so many people, so much knowledge opened to him, and it inspires so much. And all this job that is being done behind the scenes, and the understanding that there are people who like writing the comments and supporting the videos, watching them, and those videos kind of go to the top, and they're being suggested to other people. And for example, like you think, what my comment will do, you know, but sometimes you have, you know, thoughts like, what I can do with this simple comment. But guys, it's worth it. Like, you have to leave the comment, because, you know, stories like that shows that it really worth it. Thank you very much. Hello guys, my name is Kate. I'm from ALLATRA TV in Irkutsk, and right now I'm listening to you, and you know, I see the scale of ALLATRA news and ALLATRA IPM, and it is interesting that ALLATRA TV is already out of the borders of ALLATRA TV. There are so many, you know, ALLATRA TV teams in Moscow, Belarus, different countries. There are so many teams. There are so many people all over the world that join different events. And there are so many people that said with such a positive, impression about ALLATRA TV, and we attend the event. We create a holiday. Actually, we are a very beautiful TV. Actually, when we attend different events that are being awaited for such a long time, and we talk about the topics that are inspiring and that are, like overflowing us, and we create the positive content. And I would like to share, I would like to say a huge thank you to those people who does this, and this inspiration, I would like it to be spread to more and more cities, and I would like other people to join our teams. They're the teams of editors, reporters, but I've seen the scale, of people, of teams all over the world over here. Hello, my name is Maria. I'm from Yekaterinburg. Just recently I had such an insight. I'm very grateful to God that I am in ALLATRA TV. Where else I could get acquainted with such a wonderful people that we interview, different directors, Olympic sportsmen, and different people from different fields, and they are being opened to us, and they feel this love of ALLATRA. You learn from them, and you get fulfilled with what they feel. And once I kind of view all my life, I couldn't even imagine that I would have profession like that. Yeah, like we have, like what we do in ALLATRA News, good news. It is just simply amazing. You will never feel sorry for joining us. Thank you.
Спасибо большое.
Thank you very much.
Да. Ну, на самом деле масштаб вообще
Yes, of course, the scale and the geography we can see in the New Year episode. Some cities, like for the first time, filmed the videos, and yes, the geography is huge. Yes, I also would like to add that in the tech support, there are guys, Stanislav and Sasha. Those guys are connected to the ALLATRA TV. There was such an event in Moscow where they got acquainted with the ancestor of Confucius. Yes. And it is really interesting chain of events. So, like, when you're being scared to just come up to a person and just take the interview when the person speaks different language, like Chinese, for example, and you just don't know this language, but nothing stops us from taking the action, and it inspires us. And as for me, like, I did the video editing of this video, and I'm so proud of those guys who don't know the language, but they come up to people, and the people who actually want to help, want to support, just join us. And like in this example, there was one translator who decided to help, and this is just an example when people, no matter of what social status they have, like different people we communicate during the event, and we understand that all people all over the world are being united by humanity. And when they hear these humane questions, they react to them, and they're being opened. And for example, like when we ask the question on the framework of the society, the last chance, and the person answered that you know, this is kind of the same as what we do. It recalls in him, and he said that he will support us in everything. And I would like to say thank you to all, and guys, just don't be afraid. Even if you understand that you don't speak the common language, it just shows that your internal decision to act can do a lot. And it is always a possibility to pass the knowledge, you know. These people will share it with others, and they know already, and they are being inspired by this idea, and this cannot be stopped. And creative and constructive society is the society where each of us wants to live.
Мы же «АЛЛАТРА новости», и
And
поэтому
so we are the ALLATRA News, so we are continuing the good news chain in the world, and we can't not say that we have so many wonderful people that are behind the camera, but they do so much work that people that been like look for our websites for the first time in their life, they're so amazed that they can't really see that is it really done by volunteers? So an IT team prepared for us a wonderful news, and they will share it with us.
Hello, my name is Rosalina and I'm from Kazan, and I do IT projects more than 1 year in ALLATRA. And right now I was so happy to hear all of you, and during all this Solidarity Week I was so happy to see so many people from so many countries of the world, and we do so much projects together, and our movement, it grows with every day, and more participants join us, and we realize that our website, ALLATRA TV, is our visit card, and this is our face of our movement. This is what people get attached with every time when we give them our visit cards and they join the website. And we want so much to make this website, to make it scalable, huge and cool and very usability, make a great usability for it. And today we would like to inform you that right now we are making a new website of ALLATRA TV, and we would be so happy that by the 9th of May it would be released, and we could do it only together with you. And right now, please take a look at the screen. We would like to show you how it looks like. As you see, this is the new design of ALLATRA TV. It will be the same in the colors of the movement. We realized it not right away, but we realized it. And ALLATRA.org and ALLATRA TV, ALLATRA Unites, ALLATRA Vesti, all our websites, they have to be united. And people, when they visit them, they need to realize that this is all one, that all is being done by people. And as you see the head, and you see that there is a line with channels, of international channels out there in the title, and always we will have the links to all the ALLATRA channels there, and when we click there we will get to the landing of this website, either to the version of this language. It depends on how much content you will translate, and it will be put on the website. If you make enough content, then there will be a whole new version of the ALLATRA TV website, and it will be put there. So please take action and also get in touch with us and join the translations. And also we thought that it would be great if there is not enough of content. It would be cool so that we could make a first landing which would gather all the information in this language, and when the content in one of the languages is enough, then we will release the full language version of the ALLATRA TV in this language. So we have a lot of special projects, and we decided to gather them, and they are being shown a little bit lower. You can see all of them here, and all the new special projects will also be added there. Each person who got acquainted with the movement will get to the website and see how much of projects we implement and how much is being done by the participants. When we made the website of the web design of this site, we also took the desires of all the viewers of it, of all people who use it. And we tried to. The design is being downloaded right now. It is not all done. So we really need all the IT people and the web designers, because each of these pages, each of these links, it has page behind, and each of these pages it has to be drawn and it has to be designed. So we asked everyone who has the ability, even if you know Photoshop a little bit, you can always learn the web design. It is very easy to learn web design if you know Photoshop, and we ask everyone to join us. We are ready to show you, we are ready to teach you, to share all the knowledge that we have. So yeah, this is the main page of ALLATRA TV. And what else new features it has? You have the new button up there in menu. Right now we have so much of content, and earlier in ALLATRA TV mostly it was video content, and right now we would like a lot to be filled with articles also, and that's why in the part news we will also have video as well as articles, and people will have the ability to read articles and to watch videos, and everyone who is interested in writing articles for ALLATRA TV, you can also write to the email of the movement, info@allatra.tv, and you can write that you want to join it. And also we have a news side, and that's why the main points that we have are news, climate, breaking news, ALLATRA news. They will be always here on this blog, so that all the users can always be in touch and know what is happening. And when we move forward, we see all the projects. There is a special part where we view the special social questionnaires. We see how much social questionnaires are made every day. So the pictures there will always be changed, because people, they will have the ability to see what is being done every day by participants. And lower we have news when you join different events. As the girls have said before, please post these pictures on Instagram, and also on ALLATRA Nights we have such a part with news, and here we also will have news part which will show what kind of events were joined by participants, and pictures will be placed there so that all of us could see our actions and how huge it is. And of course we have programs with Igor Mikhailovich Danilov here, and books by Anastasia Novak, which can be downloaded by everyone. And of course we tried to make a nice design for phones, for mobile version, so that each one from his smartphone could find everything he wants on the website and use it constantly. And he could also discover channels in different languages here. Yeah, it's not a final version of design, so it's very up to date, and you can do a lot of things on it. So it's very easy. So the IT team is very trying hard to make it use usability, and recently a new IT person has joined us from Finland and from Slovakia. Also during the week of solidarity it all happened. So our team is growing, is getting bigger, and we all try to communicate in different languages, also in English. So it's very happy. We are very happy about it. And also this is the way the new page of one video will look like. We're showing it to you. Here you have a very nicely put players of Facebook, ALLATRA TV player, and YouTube. You also by link can see the articles, the text of program if it has it. And also we can see that design is a little bit close to YouTube, and you can choose a different video to go and watch it. And also, as I have said before, behind each of these buttons is a huge page which needs to be designed, web designed, and we want really to make this website before 9th of May so that it can functionate, so we all can use it. But to make it, we all need to do effort, to make effort for it to get
Вот. И
released.
я, наверное, сейчас
To
передам
get released.
слово Игорю. Он
And right
расскажет
now, I would
немножко
like
про
to pass the
фронтенд
word to
разработку.
Igor, and he will tell more about front end.
И всем другим нашим участникам. Спасибо за теплые слова.
Thank you so much for
Я
all of your
являюсь
kind words. I am
фронтенд-разработчиком
a front-end developer,
и
and
хотел бы для начала ответить
I
на
would just
вопрос,
like to answer a
что
few
для меня
words
«АЛЛАТРА».
on what is
Для меня
ALLATRA
«АЛЛАТРА»
for me
это жизнь.
personally. For me personally,
И
it's
вот
life.
я очень рад, что свои
And I'm so
специальные
happy
профессиональные
that with my
навыки я могу
professional skills,
использовать
I can
в
use
чем-то
them
созидательном.
in something
И
creative and
я с
constructive.
другими ребятами
And with
являюсь
other
частью большой
peers, I am
команды
a part of a
разработки
big
«АЛЛАТРА ТВ».
developers team of ALLATRA TV
Конкретно
website,
я
and
занимаюсь фронтенд-разработкой.
specifically, I take care
Можно
of the
кратенько
front
рассказать
end of the
про
development. I can
технологии. Мы
shortly mention
пытаемся
the technology.
использовать
You're trying
современные
to use the
технологии,
modern
чтобы
technology
сайт был не только
for
красивым,
the
но чтобы
website,
он
not
был
only to be
быстрым, и
beautiful, but
чтобы
also to be fast and
каждый человек,
responsive,
который
and for every
хочет
person
соприкоснуться
that
с
wants
этими
to
знаниями, чтобы он
touch
это
base
смог
upon this
сделать
data, he will be able to do so
удобным для
in
себя,
a
удобным образом.
useful or
И мы
user-friendly
используем
way.
фреймворк
We use framework UGS,
HTML, SCSS.
HTML,
Не будем
HCSS, and
слишком
other
углубляться.
platforms. We're not going to go into
Если
big
вы
into detail.
чего-то
If
из
you
этого не знаете,
don't know
то
some
это
part
вообще
of
не
that, then
страшно.
it's
Если у вас
not
есть
a
желание, чтобы вот эти
problem. If you
знания,
have a
которые
will or
сделали вас
desire to
счастливыми, чтобы
have the
с
knowledge that you
ними
have
ознакомилось
that
как
made you
можно больше
professional, and
людей,
if you want to have the knowledge that made you
присоединяйтесь, мы
happy to
поделимся опытом.
make
А
happy
если
as
вот
many
эти
people as
слова, которые я
possible, and if the
говорил
words that
для вас,
that I said
как
before
бы вы слышите о них каждый день,
you heard
то
about
тоже
them every day, then
приходите,
it
мы
would be
будем очень
wonderful.
рады
We'll be so happy
поучиться
to
у
get
вас и
you to our
вместе
team and
сделать
to
так,
learn from you,
чтобы
and together
сделать
create
этот
something
мир
even better to make
лучшим
this world
местом.
even a better
Спасибо.
place. Thank you.
Хотелось бы еще поделиться своим личным опытом.
I'd
Когда
like to share my personal experience.
мы начали только
When
переделывать
we
сайт,
only
создавать
started
новый сайт ALLATRA TV,
to make a new
и
website of
я
ALLATRA
выступила
TV,
именно как постановщик задачи, как аналитик,
I
собирала
became
вот
an
все
analytic
пожелания
or
всех
like
людей,
a team manager,
писала
and I
ТЗ,
tried to collect
как бы была
all
на
the
каждом
desires of
созвоне.
all people, and I was
И
on each call up
по сути,
and tried to
не знаю,
gather all the
полгода я
information
только
together.
смотрела
During the
и
half
писала
of a
ТЗ
year,
и
I
думала,
only
как бы что
tried to
поправить. И
watch
когда
it
кто-нибудь говорил, ой,
and
ну там вот кнопочку
made
надо
a
поправить, я объясняла
technical
дизайнеру. Девочки, ну там надо вот текст
issue,
поменять, там картинку
and
поменять.
everyone
И в
had
какой-то
different
момент я
desires,
сижу
and
и
I
думаю,
tried to
так,
collect them,
а
especially
почему,
concerning the
ну
web
тут
design.
вроде
And
все
in one
просто,
moment,
просто
I was
покликать
just
кнопкой,
watching
ну,
and
мышкой.
like,
Я, в
wait, it
общем-то,
looks very easy.
программист,
You
я, в
only
общем-то, в
click, and
принципе, могу
I'm
это
an
сделать.
IT
И думаю, а почему я до сих
specialist,
пор этого
so
не
why
делаю?
I'm not still taking
И
part in
после
web
этого
design?
я
Because it
думаю,
looks
так,
very
надо все
easy. So
делать.
after
Я
it, I
посмотрела
started
уроки
well.
по
I can
фигме,
start
начала
it. I
делать, и
watched
теперь я с
some Figma
девочками вместе
tutorials,
рисую дизайн.
and together with girls,
Оказывается,
I started to make the
намного
web
проще, чем
design along
монтаж
with them.
видео.
And it's quite easy, it's even
Фигма
easier
гораздо
than video
проще.
editing. And
Вот.
Figma is
Поэтому,
rather,
если вы
rather
знаете, да, чуть-чуть
more,
фотошопа или
it
там
is more
вы умеете
easy.
монтажить, то с
And
фигмой
if
вы
you know
точно
Photoshop, you
разберетесь.
definitely will get along with Figma.
Вот Розалина как раз рассказывала о наших созвонах, и
Rosalind mentioned about the
мы
cultures
сейчас
that
как
we
бы
have,
собираемся
and we,
здесь в
with the
координационном
participants, we
центре
get
каждое
together in the
воскресенье.
coordination center
Тот,
every
кто, например, не в
Sunday, and somebody
Киеве,
who's not in Kiev
подключается к нам по Zoom.
joined us
И
in
наши
Zoom,
созвоны
and
это реально большой
our
праздник,
cultures
потому
is a
что
big
мы как
celebration for all of us
единое целое,
because
как
we
часть
are as the
большой команды
unified one, as the part of the
работаем
bigger
над
team. We
тем,
are working
мы
on
занимаемся тем, во
the
что мы верим.
project, and we
И
take care of what we
это
believe in,
также огромная работа
which
над собой. В
is
общем,
also a great work on
присоединяйтесь, не
oneself
пожалеете.
as well, as you will not
Да,
regret
и
it.
я впервые в
Yes, and
Киеве в
also
этом году,
it is
и
my
я
first time in
очень
Kiev
была
this
рада
year, and I
видеть
was
всех
so
людей,
happy
с
to see
которыми я работаю
everyone with
уже
whom
больше
I've
года. Ты
been working all
созваниваешься, ты
along this
слышишь этот
year,
голос
because
каждую
you
неделю,
have
но ни
called and
разу
you
не видел
hear this
человека в
voice
лицо.
every
Это было
week,
вообще
but you never
просто
seen a
невероятно, когда я
person.
зашла
But it was
первый
so
день в
amazing
IT-домик
first
и
time for
увидела
me
всю ту
to
команду, с
come
которой
to
я работаю.
IT
Это
place, and I
невероятно
saw the
круто.
whole team with which I've been working all this time.
И мы все знаем, что,
And
может
also,
быть,
we all
все,
know
что
that maybe not
сайт,
everybody that the
он
website
не
of
только из фронтенд-части
it's not
состоит,
only
также
consists of
есть и
front end part,
бэкенд.
there is also a
Мы
back end part.
передадим слово Володе, чтобы
We'll
он
give a
немножечко
word to
рассказал.
Volodya just for him to say a few words as well. Thank you so much, everybody. It was so nice to work in such a wonderful team. We cooperate with living in different countries and different continents, but really feel that everybody is close together and it's just like to express wonderful and great attitude. This areas and everybody who's taking care of the broadcast for the website and everything, and filling up the website with content for a person who would get to the website, for him to get to know that this is ALLATRA and this is everything. The design is really done in the team, and it's so that happened that designers right now, they were in the week of the Unity or Solidarity, but right now they are in the train, right? And no matter how much attention and love put in the design, which is done for a long time, every single key or button, it can be discussed for many times. You pick the most optimal design or the look that goes into the internal feeling. How does the ALLATRA website supposed to look like out of the material that we have on the website? Because we can see how ALLATRA TV as an international channel, it has grown in many years so drastically, and it consists of not only videos but also a text or scripts of the programs for this participation of Igor Mikhailovich Danilov. There are scripts from people, there are articles, there was limited presentation that will be used on every event that we visited. The video is just being done, but there's a news article, there was pictures and materials, so it's so nice to see what will be launched on the channel in every country in a different language, and the website will allow to do so. I have participated in development myself in the backend part, which is the invisible part, due to which everybody can see the website. I can say a few understandable words for you maybe, because in the Solidarity Week, specialists that joined the development of the website, in the backend portion we use PHP language and framework Laravel, but really in the team we have participants who beforehand were just didn't get in touch with other technology. It's not a border. Somebody might came and say, I just want to participate, I don't know how to write it, I just use this language in my work, but really I just want to help and contribute. A week comes and the person participates fully in the project. For specialists, it's not a problem to get to know a new technology or language. We're just trying to use this current and modern as possible for the website to be able to be open as fast as possible in every country and every tablet or platform. But we are asking from the back-end and front-end part, everybody who can participate for ALLATRA TV website and for other websites, it can only be done in a team, all together, during call crews, during the meetings in Coordination Center, during such conferences and everything, so that we have a wonderful use. During the time we have 7 weeks or 6 days of the week of Solidarity, we have a really wonderful team of testers, so that we have people from Lviv and from Kiev. They discuss it in between themselves. Beforehand, they only met online, and participants that came, that firsthand they get to know this, just we want to participate as well. And in a day or two, the team is there, that they are just looking through how website is working, just looking through how to participate and how to do something. That people have the eyes so bright, they want to test everything. Let's do something, let's write something so that we will be able to do something. Because this is how it's supposed to be international movement. When everybody's lit up, when everybody's acting for the conscientious and everything, we do so sincerely and as good as possible, because we do so for ourselves. Everybody, and for the society, for themselves and for society. We mean that we are the society, and this is why we can do so for ourselves. This is why thank you so much. Wonderful gratitude to every participant of the movement. ALLATRA TV is a wonderful project. It's the face of the movement, like the programs with participation of Igor Mikhailovich Danilov, and there are so many projects. but behind every project there is there is a team of people. IT is like an instrument that helps you to get united and to show and give the capability to get to know this wonderful knowledge. This is why we ask you to join us. This is great and wonderful, and only together we'll be able to launch the website of ALLATRA TV till the 9th of May of this year.
Well,
thank you so much,
everyone.
everybody who shared. And thank you so much for such an inspiring story. It's such a wonderful thing to hear every one of you. It was such a wonderful week. Every year, this Solidarity or Unity Week becomes such a bigger one this year.
Операторов оберегали всеми силами, чтобы можно было хоть как-то встать, развернуться, потому что настолько много людей.
There's so many people, yeah, and everyone is talking to each other with so much inspiration. Everyone's so happy to see each other, and everyone's eyes are so bright, and it's just so much joy. And I want to say thank you to every single person. That this week, everyone had the opportunity to try everything and in all aspects. And live TV is a great tool, but it doesn't show everything that there is. And all the preparation for this, a lot of people prepared for, and a lot of people from different countries. And that the coordination center is part of Kyiv. It's only just one location. But it's the people that fill this space with all the love. And so many people took part of all these events. And even right now, so many operators were involved in this, and if we can just show that. All these operators themselves, they actually are reporters as well, and they're also part as designers, and they're part of backstage. And everyone is part of making sure everyone looks good on camera, and it's just all the support, and all these reporters feel like they're in the right place. Huge thank you to everyone, and there's a huge amount of people in ALLATRA International Public Movement, and a lot of people are going home now to realize all this experience that they've experienced here, and they'll continue to inspire others and move forward. And I just also want to say thank you. Thank you from every single person that we were able to talk to each other from all these different countries. And how is it that everyone can just work together and everything works so well, and everyone did work together, and just with all the support, with the tech support, that's what made it work. And it's every single chord, every single sound, people themselves, they did it. And they weren't professionals in this, but they just did what they could. And I'm not sure if they're showing everyone right now, but look at everyone that's pressing all the little buttons, and oh my god, I can't believe how everything works just so perfectly together. And I just also want to say a huge thank you for everyone who came here, who came from long distances and changed their plans, and even took vacation to come here. And this is all to inspire each other even more. And everyone just inspires each other so much, inspire me, and it's all very inspiring. And it's inspiring that we are an example to each other. We're an example for ourselves in ALLATRA News and ALLATRA TV. And
как-то вот накатывает что-то не
and
очень
even
хорошее
when something
настроение,
just
да.
starts
Но ты пообщаешься с
overwhelming
людьми,
you,
посмотришь
not
эти
the
чудесные
best
программы, и
mood,
все, ты не
you
можешь сидеть
you
на
start
месте,
watching
тебе хочется
the
действовать,
ALLATRA
и ты
TV
уже
and
переполнен этой
your mood
радостью,
lifts and you just want to start
этой
acting and start
поддержкой, и тебе
doing
хочется действовать. Также на этой
and
неделе вот
keep
участники,
acting,
которые
and
приехали
it's
из
just
других стран
amazing.
англоязычные, у них
And there's so many
была
people that
возможность
came from
впервые
the
попробовать себя
English-speaking countries,
репортерами.
and they were able to
И это
try to be
настолько вдохновляет,
reporters, and
потому
that was
что,
very
ну, видеть, как
inspiring.
люди вот первый раз, ну,
And
они
yeah,
говорят, ну
people for
да,
the
я там
first
нервничаю, еще
time,
что-то,
they
но
were
меня так
nervous, they said they
настолько
were
подбадривали
nervous,
все вокруг,
but
и
everyone
это,
was
ну,
supporting
очень
each other,
вдохновляет
and
слышать, что
that was
человек просто вот,
inspiring.
ну вот искренне пошел и
And
попробовал.
yeah, and they were
Это
just
значит,
sincerely
что и
just
мы
going
точно
out
так
there
же
and
можем
trying, and that just means
не
that we
слушать там
also
какие-то
can
мысли, которые
not
приходят
listen
в
to our
голову, а
thoughts and
просто
do
действовать,
that
идти дальше, нести это
and
на своих
act
местах, еще
and go
больше
forward and
снимать
not
видео,
just sit
еще
there
больше
and
общаться,
take more
рассказывать про это
videos,
чудесное
talk to
движение
each other
«АЛЛАТРА»,
more, and just
которое, ну,
share
оно
more
не то,
about
что
the movement of
уникально,
ALLATRA
оно
because it's so
это
unique.
шанс для
And
нас
it's
всех
just a
вот быть
huge
настоящей
chance for
дружной
everybody
семьей
and
на
to
этой
be such a
планете
huge
Земля,
family on the
и,
whole planet.
конечно же, благодарность
And a huge
за то,
thank
что
you.
нас всех объединили
Yeah,
чудесные
a huge
знания,
thank
информация,
you
которая изложена в книге
for all
«АЛЛАТРА»
the
и других
information
книгах Анастасии
in the
Новой, в
books that
передачах
united
с
us
участием
and
Игоря
all
Михайловича
the
Данилова.
programs with Igor
Это
Mikhailovich
большая
Danilov.
честь, и
It's just a huge
давайте, ребята,
honor.
действовать, идти
And
дальше
let's
и
keep
еще
acting
больше
and moving
всего
forward and doing
реализовывать.
so much more and realizing much more. Thank you so much.
Также
Also,
хотелось бы
I
еще
wanted to
поблагодарить.
say thank you.
Здесь на самом деле
There's
была
so many
огромная как бы
people.
цепочка людей,
There's
начиная
so
от двери,
many.
начиная
There's a
от
huge
гардероба,
chain
да,
that
от людей,
connects
которые
everybody from the
встречали людей
wardrobe,
в
the
гримерке,
people that
которые
met
были
at the makeup
на
stations,
кухне,
in the kitchen,
которые помогали
that were
с
helping
уборкой.
and
То есть
clean up.
спасибо
A
огромное
huge
всем,
thank
всем,
you
всем.
to
И
everyone,
да, и тех части огромные. Все,
to all
когда
the
приезжали,
parts.
все говорили спасибо.
Everyone who
Спасибо
came,
вам,
they
что
said
вы вот
thank you.
встречаете.
Thank
И
you for
хочется
meeting us.
сказать спасибо вам,
And
что
a
вы
huge
приехали.
thank you to you for
Что
coming
вы,
here.
и мы спрашивали,
And
да,
we always ask,
ну, как бы что привело,
what
что
what
вдохновило.
inspired
Люди
you to come
говорили о
here?
том, что
And people said that
да, спасибо большое,
thank
что
you so
приехали.
much. Yeah, thank you for coming.
И спрашивали, да,
And
почему, как
people
бы, ну, что
asked,
вдохновило. И люди
what
говорили о том,
inspired you to
что
come here?
они
And
хотят
people
учиться,
answered
и
that they
они
want to
хотят
learn
действовать.
and that they want to
И
act.
спасибо вам, Игорь
And thank you
Михайлович.
so much, Igor
Очень
Mikhailovich
нужна «АЛЛАТРА».
Danilov. We
Поэтому мы
really do
здесь.
need ALLATRA,
Спасибо
and that's
большое
why we're
всем.
here. Thank you
Спасибо.
so much.